更好。我们要一起接受。
Oh yeah, that is 我们一起。到底他叫什么名字 ？My name is
Slim Shady.
Slim Shady. It's Lucifer.
It's Lucifer. That would be me.
First of all, that you're certainly the first and probably the only Lucifer that I would ever know personally.
Right. Actually, it's like a metaphor.
Is it? Okay, well, we'll talk about that. But even your Mandarin, your Chinese name, Yan Ye.
Yep.
Not easy to pronounce actually, you know, 因为很多时候都会倒过来。
Like
会有
有人说
爷爷
，yeah, grandpa.
或爷爷那样子 you know.
对啊。
yan ye, is this your
No, it's not my real name. No. It's 因为你知道吗？就是长辈会希望说，可能去外面有个比较有算过，就是那种算命类似，然后就是说这样子可能会对你的careers, you know,
right.
It helps. I don't
Right.
Yeah, that helps.
you know, I don't care how much you believe in this, but even with English names, I think, you know, some people, it's very common, like when in the U.S., like, you don't come across to me as a Paul. I mean, we would say that. Oh, you're very David. You look like a David, you know? And so I think names do carry a certain vibe.
Right.
And then, you know, in the Chinese language, because, you know, we have a lot of superstitions and we do a lot of fortune, you know, tellings and whatnot. So you gotta kind of believe in that to a certain extent. And that goes with even anything in this astronomy or not the astrological signs and stuff like that, because I know you're what's your sign?
水瓶.
So that's Aquarius, right?
Aquarius, yeah.
Aquarius are supposed to be romantic, I think, right? Supposedly.
I think
What's the most common thing you hear about being a 水瓶座? Or you're not
花心之类的。
对嘛？我只是客气的讲说 romantic， 很浪漫的时候，太浪漫的时候，太博爱的时候，就变成花心了。
Yeah. Well, I'm not. You know?
But here's the thing. Again, maybe some people out there don't believe in this type of thing, right?
Right.
But you hear that all the time about yourself. Like, 我是水瓶座，所以我应该很浪漫，我应该可能还带点花心，你自己说的哦。
Well, no, yeah, that was figure of speech.
and then you grow up believing in that. Even though if you don't believe it, you're like, okay, the reason, you know, I'm a little bit loving right now is because I'm a 水瓶座。
Well, 我觉得比较就是 for me, I mean, like, I do things like, I heard a lot of people said that 水瓶座的人比较, you know, they live in their own world.
Okay, they have their own thoughts.
Yeah, and you know, they do things, they only do it because they wanted to.
Okay.
You know, 就是比较不会听人家建议，然后比较活在自己的世界。
All right.
But
这跟狮子座有点像。But see, you have developed that thought now, and so you kind of associate with that. If you feel like there's a certain of that in your personality,
right,
that you just go with it because you feel like, hey, this is.
But most of all, Aquarius are very creative. See,
there you go.
I'm a songwriter.
And again. Yeah,
I think I write songs.
Proven to be so. His debut album is out now, of course, and it's called 我要你相信.
Right.
All 10 tracks. Is it 10? I think it's 10.
Yeah, 10 tracks.
All written by you.
Right.
But let's get back. Let's get back to your name, though. I mean, 言也. So how that was something that you and your parents together went to, one of those 算命师 and 算出来的名字. Really?
Yeah. At first it was, actually she gave me a lot of names, like 5 to 8, but that one's the only one, where you kind of wow.
You like it?
Yeah, I like it.
It's distinctive.
It does sound a little bit like Japanese name.
Okay, right? That's true.
Yeah.
That is true. And I understand that you speak a little Japanese too, don't you?
少し
ね。あなたのお名前は？
私はLucifer です。
他刚刚差点讲出他的另外一个名字。
Right. Almost, yeah.
Almost did.
Because I took Japanese class when I was in high school, and my teacher always asked me, hey, you have to say that in Japanese. Okay. I guess my real name was.
Then 你刚听到一个 Jack.
You're right, yeah,
就变 Jack 啦。
Yeah, true.
杰克啊，原来我们终于挖到了，在那边聊就挖到了。
Yeah.
因为我也想说 I don't think you'd use the name Lucifer growing up when you went to junior high and high school.
I'll get picked on. Seriously,
Right?
I'll get picked up.
Because, that's also the name of Satan, isn't it?
Yeah.
Some people refer to that.
Actually, it's like...
but it's a biblical name, too.
Yeah. It's a metaphor for me, actually. It's like, it reminds me who I need to be. Not need to be, actually. I mean, need to... it's like a mirror, It's like... Because Lucifer, it's God of Sun, right? He was an archangel before he,
That's true.
Yeah. And he has his own thoughts, It's like he always wants to prove to God, his father, that I can do it. But, his father always gives him a hard time.
Pushes him away, right?
Right. And so, a bit like me and my dad.
You like that struggle. You like that challenge, if you will, and kind of reminder that you need to prove and do more,
right?
Do extra, put in,
But I want to make my father proud.
Okay. All right, but don't grow horns out, okay?
I know. I'm the good Satan.
Lucifer actually lived in Canada, Vancouver, for quite some time, and then you lived in the States for another period of time, and also studied at Music Institute in L.A.
Yeah.
So you actually come from multi-backgrounds here, but one thing for sure, I mean, you were fond of music since you were how old?
5.
5. Okay.
Yeah. I used to listen to my mom and my dad singing in the car, screaming.
Really?
And shouting, having fun. It was really happy. And then at the age of 7, and my mom or my aunt would try to, they want me to take piano lessons.
Okay.
Which I wasn't really into piano, and I only like to, sing, just like
sure.
Do
hum along,
right? And then somehow at the age of 12, I started to play with my cousin's piano, and I started to form some melody, and it's kind of like, wow, I did this, I created this,
right?
It's mine,
right?
So I started to get interested.
Right.
And then I started to, I think it's when I was in high school, when I was 15.
Okay.
I asked my mom to buy a CD for me, and it's called Lark on Sale. I don't know if you've heard. It's a Japanese band.
Oh, Laruku.
Yeah, Laruku. Yeah.
Oh, yes. 彩虹乐团嘛。
那个时候，因为那个时候是有一个故事，就是他那时候是 Luna Sea 有一个叫 I For You。
对。
Right. And then I really want that CD.
Right.
But my mom sent it to me, and it was
Laruku instead.
It was different.
She got confused.
I was really angry. I was really mad. I was like, why? How can you mix that up?
Okay.
But well, because of that, I started to listen to Japanese band.
That's right.
I actually like Laruku better than Lunacy.
Now you do, right? Because during that period of time, this is like the 90s, late 90s, early 2000s, I think.
Right. Early 2000s.
And there was a surge of these visual rock bands from Japan.
Yeah, it's cool.
Galay, Laruku, yeah. I was going to say, if you like Galay, you should like Laruku, and vice versa.
Yeah.
Supposedly. Okay, so that's where it propelled you even more, I guess.
And I started to learn, I want to sing, I want to make music, and so I started to study how does the band form, and how does they work, and then
no wonder. This all makes sense now. And if you listen to your album, and particularly that song we just played, 我们一起, okay, it does sound like you love rock music.
I do.
You love hard rock even.
Yeah.
Any type of rock really. But there's some influence from that era, actually.
That's right.
Yeah. All right. Lucifer's in the house with you all the way till 8 p.m. I've also asked him to maybe do something special on the air.
I know. I've been told.
Okay, I know you like rock, but here's a very, very love-dovey, mushy, cliche song called "Nothing's Gonna Change My Love for You." You ought to know by now how much I love you. We all know this song, right?
Right.
If we have time, we'll see, okay? Because I have something special, and you listen to my show, so I do call-outs.
Right.
And I have a husband who really wants to surprise his wife on her birthday, and he has requested for that song. And I thought maybe Lucifer can sing at least a little bit of it, his version of "Nothing's Gonna Change My Love for You," as we look for the wife on the air.
No problem.
Okay, Let's
do this.
Sounds like a deal. We'll be right back with more from Yen Ye, Lucifer, right here on ICRT, plus our entertainment report with Eric Gao after this. All right. Speaking of May the Force be with you, we did not plan this at all, because I had no idea we were going to talk about Star Wars tonight. But when it comes to Star Wars, I mean, are you a sci-fi fan? You like Star Wars?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. And then when they, go into warp speed, you just love it.
Yeah.
All those spacecrafts. And you have a song here about lightning speed here.
Yep.
光速前进, eh?
That's right.
Like I said, we didn't plan this. maybe this can be like the Chinese theme song for Star Wars when it comes.
I hope so.
Think about that.
It's gonna be good.
That'll be awesome, man. Lucifer with more new music from his brand new album 我要你相信。这首歌就很巧的，就跟这个太空船一样，光速前进 on FM 100 ICRT。
闪耀的太多幕，我想要去抓住，想要看清楚，渴望不断加快脚步，越辛苦越幸福，不狂奔不满足，偶像痛苦为谁停住，像流星的残酷，消失太虚俗，奔赴不慎加快脚步，前进达到光速。
That's music. That's a whole complete package right there. 光速前进. Yeah, here on FM 100 ICRT Lucifer. And like I said, now we heard two songs from his latest album. You can tell that you're a rock freak.
Yeah, I do.
And you mentioned, of course, you got into the piano finally, but you also play drums and
guitar, bass. Yeah, most of like.
Did you do any of this though?
Not really.
Not yet, okay.
Yeah, not yet.
Focus on your singing and songwriting right now, but I'm sure...
Because I've been having trouble, singing Chinese. Because the pronunciation's different. So it's kind of a hard time for me.
I was going to get to that subject because, you wrote all your, music here, but lyrically you needed help from a lot of great people actually in the industry.
And I'm really grateful.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's awesome. But now that you're here in Taiwan and you live here now...
Yep, I live here now.
that part, the language, is going to be less and less of a problem, I hope.
I hope so.
Yeah. But again, going back to your background, I mean, growing up in Vancouver.
Yeah.
And then you said you actually went to Texas as well.
Yeah, I was spending like 2 years in Texas.
Why?
It's just, I don't know, just want to start a new place because...
Okay.
Yeah. Because my aunt wants to go there.
All right.
I'm not sure I forgot.
How old were you when you were in Texas?
I was in 8th grade.
Okay, so still a kid.
Yeah, still a kid.
Speaking.
Yeah.
Okay. But then finally, of course, one of the reasons you went to the Music Institute is because you wanted to sharpen up more skills with music too.
Yeah, actually I have a story for that.
Okay.
Okay, when I was in Vancouver, I went back to Vancouver when I was in 10th grade and 11th grade. And then I started my own band. And somehow we had this promise with our members that one day if you still work on music, you have to go to MI.
Okay.
Right. And then, I was trying to just 一直在那个梦想当中想要前进.
Okay.
And then one day I called my ex-drummer. And I say, hey, you know what? Finally I decided I have to go to MI.
Yes.
You want to come with me? And he was like, what are you talking about? I'm already here. I was like,
no!
What? What? How can you do this to me?
He beat you to it and he didn't tell you.
No, he didn't tell me. One sneaky.
Ouch. Well, okay. I mean, good for him, but at the same time, you're like hurt, right?
Yeah, he should have told me. Yeah.
So he was already there.
Yeah.
And then at that moment, you were in the process of applying, or?
Yeah, applying.
Applying. Okay.
Yeah, and then我是晚他大概半年去的.
Oh, okay.
So that wasn't so bad. I still get to see him.
Right.
Yeah.
So did you guys get back together and continued on with?
No, actually, he formed another band.
Oh, no.
That hurts.
But that's how it is with music and bands. And when you're growing up, you go with this band, that band, and every great band that you hear out there has been through a lot of transformations.
Yeah, of course. I mean,
it's just a natural process.
我觉得对音乐人来讲 it's just normal. I think.
Yeah. No hard feelings.
Yeah, no hard feelings.
But finally at MI, and then you graduated from it, and that's when you said to yourself, and take us to that point in time. I mean, now you're in LA, okay?
Right.
You're in the center of entertainment.
Right.
So there's got to be aspirations and dreams about maybe sticking around there.
Yeah.
Although it's very competitive too.
It is competitive. And why did I decide to move back to Taiwan? It's because, but mostly it's about my family. You know, I'm kind of person who miss my family. Yeah, so I have to come back, I have to see my grandma.
Right.
And my parents, and my aunt, my uncles.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I think a lot of us do that when we get older and mature. You know, family is very important. And then you thought to yourself, well, I could take my music to Taiwan, and this might be a good bet for you to grow music.
Yeah,
right?
of course. Yeah, because at first I think I want to do something different. You know, it's not like I'm not insulting ballet or what. It's just, I want to do something like something new, something like up tempo. You know, more energy. You know, like
infused,
it's exploding.
Right.
Something like that. You know?
But while you're in Canada or the U.S., I mean, you listen to a lot of music. You already talked about those Japanese rock bands. How about here in Taiwan? I mean, were you familiar with our artists and musicians here?
Oh yeah, a lot.
Okay,
actually.
All right.
But mostly I listen to band.
Okay.
Like IO Yuetan, right?
Right.
Yeah.
They're from Canada.
I know they're from Vancouver.
Right, from Vancouver. Yeah. Were you guys friends back then?
We never met, but I heard of them.
Right. Yeah. They actually went through our Battle of the Bands with ICRT. We held. I mean, they went to a lot of competitions and stages here in Taiwan.
Right.
But one of them is our own. Battle of the Bands. Every summer we try to discover new talent, new rock talent especially, and they were a champion a few years back. So
And there's a few other bands like Xin Yuetan.
Of course, yeah.
Everybody knows them. Or Mayday.
Well, no need to mention that band.
Yeah.
We got another song here from Lucifer, and then perhaps we might, I'm not too sure right now because we're down to the last 14 minutes of the show, have time to do the surprise call out. Leon, if you're listening right now, I told you I can't make any guarantees, but we'll do our best to call your wife and surprise her. But first, 我要你相信 title track from Lucifer's latest album.
走到哪里，是否还愿意相信？我要告诉你，在那黑暗的深处，另一线光就胜利。
Again, title track from Yan Ye's latest album, I Want You to Believe. 我要你相信。这首歌同样的也是严野自己写的曲，但是姚谦吗？
Yep，
姚谦老师帮你写的词。
I know I'm lucky。
何方人物啊？你这位新人，怎么可以找到他？
He's a really good, lyricist.
He is, absolutely, yeah, very good with it. And this is kind of the story of your life, if you will, to keep on believing in what you love.
Yeah, because if you don't believe in yourself, who else is going to believe in you?
Yeah,
right?
As cliche as that may sound, a lot of people say, yeah, of course, but you gotta exercise it and keep on being reminded that you have to have that faith and confidence, if you will. We'll take a short break right now. When we come back, of course, more music from Lucifer, and we'll try to see if we can squeeze in a bit of this call out right here. But in the meantime, if you'd like to check out more information about Lucifer, and you can go to his website or his Facebook page rather, just type in 严野 Lucifer 好像就可以找得到，而且好像要破万了哈。
才破万而已啦，
破万了，在新人这是一个阶段了。
Well, yeah， 就是他们现在好像有一个活动就是破万的，就是到第1万人可以跟我有下午茶的时光，
真的哦，快到了，是只剩多少就1万了
？I think 95，
100以内，对不对
？Yeah，
let's try to rise that figure tonight.
我怕很多人要，其实就有些人退出。
赶紧，我们要让严野的这个脸书网页呢可以破万，他现在只剩90几个人就可以破万了，赶快上你的脸书 ，OK， 然后严就是 语言的言，然后野是狂野的野。
Right.
All right. He's very wild with his words, I guess.
I am.
言野，然后呢，这个 Lucifer，OK， 就可以找到他，然后按个赞，赶快 join 他的粉丝团。We'll be right back. All right. Welcome back to the show. I'm trying to look for this lucky listener right now. Felicia is her name.
Felicia?
Yeah. I don't know if she's on the line right now. Let's see. Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. May I speak to Felicia?
Yes.
Oh my goodness, I'm so happy you picked up the phone.
Who are you?
Felicia, this is Joseph Lin from ICRT.
Wow, it's you again.
Yeah, and we're here to surprise you with a birthday message because we called her 2 years ago, I think.
2 years
Yeah.
ago?
Yeah, when she was Leon's girlfriend. But now she's been upgraded. She's
Now you remember that?
Yes, now you are Leon's wife, aren't you?
Nice.
That's right.
and your husband says we have to surprise you today because now you're his wife, and we have a song for you, and we have an artist. His name is Yan Ye, okay? His name is Lucifer, and he's gonna sing together with me a little bit of "Nothing's Gonna Change My Love for You" on your birthday. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Nothing's gonna change my love for you. You ought to know by now how much I love you. One thing you can be sure of, I'll never ask for more than your love.
Wow, there you go.
Wow.
Did you hear that, Felicia? Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
And through that, we got to hear Lucifer 清唱，有很有实力的一个
Thank you.
对啊
I think it's English is better suited me better than
Yeah.
Chinese, I think.
然后透过刚刚那段，我们也知道，刚刚听到很多都是你摇滚的曲风，抒情原来是这样子。
Right.
Make people's hearts melt. Well, Felicia, happy birthday to you, okay?
Thank you.
And
Thank you, dear.
There's actually
Thank you, Joseph.
There's actually a long message from your husband that I'll let him, say it to you instead, okay?
Okay.
All right, enjoy your birthday.
Okay, thank you.
Happy
Thank
birthday.
You. Bye-bye.
There you go. And thank you so much, Lucifer, for being here.
Thank you.
Again, 赶紧上这个脸书 Facebook 言野语言的言 OK 狂野的野言野，然后呢来按赞，然后看你是不是第10000个可以跟他一起喝下午茶。
Right. 我不知道下午茶的地点在哪里。
We'll find out. Have a great night. All right. Bye bye.
Bye.